You ready? Let's go.
Hey guys, welcome back. Remember the Coldest water bottle down in the description. Official water bottle of this channel. I love it. Even 24 hours later, it's still refreshing enough to have whatever you put in there, nice and cold. Perfect size bottle that I use here on the Max Trainer, but they have all different sizes. Max Trainer. That is the equipment that we use here on this channel to work out with. If you want one, if you're interested in one, down in the description. It's a click away, deal directly with Bowflex. All right, so the Bowflex Max Trainer and my iPhone watch, or whatever your alternative heart monitor, calorie counter that you want to inquire about. We're going to talk about that because somebody said to me, is the Max Trainer true on the calories that it's burning? And the answer is yes. The reason why they asked this question was because they were using an alternative heart monitor, calorie counter, and it was only half of what the Max Trainer was saying. So now they are in question about the Max Trainer. So let's run down. Let's start with the control panel. I'm going to give you a brief description on what's inside of this Max Trainer and then explain to you why your equipment, if it didn't come from Bowflex, is not matching up. So first here, and you'll see it up on the screen here, is your control panel. Okay, the buttons that we use, the up and down for the resistance, different programs, your control panel. This is what we work when we are on it. Inside of that control panel, electronically running down through the neck here, there's a motor in there called the servo. When we are pressing the resistance, it's going to the servo. The servo has a cable running all the way down to the main flywheel down here to another motor in the bottom called an eddy stop. This eddy stop, I'm putting everything right up here so you know what I'm talking about. The eddy stop has the magnets I told you about before. Why am I telling you about this if I came on here to talk about if the alternative heart rate monitors and stuff that you're using are correct or incorrect? Because, and you'll see why in a minute here, because if your machine is not calibrated, then the calorie burn on these machines will not be correct. So there is a whole service thing that you can download, teach you how to take this apart. The plastics all come off. If that eddy stop, when you have up in your control panel, when you have that backed up all the way to zero, that eddy stop with the two round magnets should be completely off of that big round disc in there. When you are at full resistance, the M7 goes all the way up to a 20, those two round magnets come up onto that disc, causing that 20 resistance, and that round wheel along with the round edges of those magnets should be flush around that whole curve. They should be flush, and when it's on zero, it should be all the way off. If that is occurring, your motor, your whole system here is calibrated and it is in sync. That's important. If you ever want to try it, all you have to do is pop off the bottom while you're down there, get somebody up here spinning, running the controls up and down, and you can watch it work. Okay? If that's occurring, if it's all the way off, and when you start going 1, 2, 3, 4, you'll watch it come up, come up, come up, or the resistance. And when the magnets come all the way up, they just have to be flush. So that's how you know if your machine's calibrated. Now, why doesn't I'm going to use iPhone watch. When you see me say set this your alternative, I'm looking at the heart rate. I'm not paying attention to the calorie burn. It does not match up. The reason why it does not match up is because Bowflex and iWatch don't correspond with each other. Now this watch, if I go onto it, I have elliptical, and you would think, well, all right, well, Bowflex is kind of like an elliptical. Yeah, kind of doesn't cut it. Ellipticals do not compare to Max Trainers. Now you can argue with me all you want, and my answer to you, if you're going to argue with me, is if you're saying that an actual elliptical is the same as a Max Trainer, I'm going to tell you that you've never been on a Max Trainer. Now I've been on the Max Trainer since 2016, and I'll tell you firsthand, when I go away and I stay in hotels and I want to keep my workout going, all I have available to me is the ellipticals. And when I get back home, I about die getting back in shape on my Max Trainer. Ellipticals do not compare. Case in point, the first thing about the Max Trainer, it's almost like a stair climber with kind of a spin at the top. If you work out with me, you know what I'm talking about. Kind of has that spin at the top. And it's like riding a bicycle straight up a wall, where an elliptical is more of a glide motion back and forth. They don't compare. My sister, she works out on her elliptical, hoping to get a Bowflex Max Trainer, to my videos. And she can't catch me, and she's in excellent shape. She cannot catch me calorie-wise. These machines are burning that many more calories. So if you want to check, if you're curious about the eddy stop and the magnets that cause the resisting, to make sure that they're doing the proper job, stopping where they're supposed to stop, look at them. But other than that, don't second guess your Max Trainer. You are burning that many calories. All right, now, as far as I don't want to just keep bringing up iPhone watch, because I have it. Like, let's see, they have indoor running on here. They have strength training on here. They have a stair stepper on here. I've been through all these. The problem is most of these programs, they were all developed a long time ago by other programs, because basically all you need to do is have a thump. So when you're walking, boom, boom, and it makes it do a count. And as far as, heart rate and stuff like that, that's easy. The calibration inside of these is not calibrated for what the Max Trainer can do. So unless Bowflex wants to team up with somebody like iPhone or whoever to make one of these, Bowflex has their own. Instead of putting a heart monitor on your chest now, they do have watches now for the machines. But unless iPhone Watch and Bowflex want to team up, they're not going to correspond with the calorie, because there's a whole setting in there, calibration and everything else that has to occur. So I don't want to make this real long and drawn out. That's the main reason, is the calibration of the machine and the calibration of the programs inside of whatever that you're using, just that they don't link up together. So there's no way. There's no way for it to be accurate on your phone. But if your machine is running properly, you are truly burning that many calories. And that's why you're so wiped out after 15 minutes on the thing. Hopefully you're getting better. Okay, so one more thing. Guys, if you have a request, a workout that you want to do, that you want me to do, just leave it in the comments. I'll accommodate you. Don't worry if your pace is not the same as my pace. I want you to request a workout and then use it to your advantage, where you're chasing me, where it's inspiring you to try to keep up with me. I'll put your name up on the screen and I'll personally talk to you. I don't care if it's a Kelly or a Josh or a Jacob or a Tony or a Linda, or it doesn't matter, or an Abigail, it doesn't matter. If you request it, it'll be mine and yours personal workout. Just come, use it to your advantage. All right, So remember, give me a big thumbs up. If you're wondering why I'm making this video, it was a question. I like to address all the questions. And quite frankly, I'm just tired. I worked all the way through the weekend, plus doing the workouts with you guys, and I just decided to take a night off. I'm human. You got to once in a while. So I'm just going to sit down and relax. All right. I hope this answered the question about whatever you're using for our alternative heart monitor, calorie burner, and why it's not matching up to the Bowflex. But don't second guess your Bowflex. It's working the right way. These guys, Bowflex sells millions and millions of these. If it was wrong, somebody would have called them out on it a long time ago. All right. I will see you on the next one.